Hello, lads and girls, this is Lord Kicker and welcome back to another episode of IX Monstrum Nox. And I'm just picking up where I left off, and we're gonna have the fight of our lives. Fighting the big chieftain himself, Master Shattelard. Am I mentally prepared for this? Not a chance. Am I gonna do it anyways? Sure, we betcha.
I did not wish to show you my true power. Leave me with no choice. Now monsters are Balduq. Let us fight!
I've been waiting to hear that. Only one of us is getting out of here alive, Shattelard.
Understand how you feel, but what you're doing is wrong. We're not going to let you endanger the people of Balduq.
Here we go. All right, come on. Let's give him some damage.
Even the mask of the hieroglyph knights has its limits.
I shall not leave. The true instinct one's limits, revealed in the face of death.
Okay, so need to heal up a little bit. So what should we use? I guess I could take a little bit of food. I haven't eaten in, I think it's probably days by now. There we go, almost full.
Sensible observation. We must also fight at our fullest capacity.
That power will be of great use to the reborn Gllia.
Still don't get it, do you? You're finished, Shattelard.
We're not gonna lose! This ends now!
Will indeed. For the future of Gllia and my fallen comrades.
All right, looks like we're about to take him down. Oh. You know that I can also jump, right? Be all over the place. And there you go, Mr. Shattelard. You're finished. That was a tough fight, eh?
He's tough.
For a second there, I thought we were goners.
Now I see how much you have all grown. Adel the Red and the heroes of the 100 Years' War. You're as strong as I hoped. But I will not surrender. Not in 1,000 years will I give up.
He's not done?
He is even more stubborn than Credo.
Gllia must be freed. In the name of my fallen comrades, my friends. For the people whose lives were taken, all because of that war.
What's happening to Shadowlord?
This is the reason you don't play around with alchemy.
Am I a homunculus? It cannot be.
What? What are you talking about?
It was him. He did this to me.
Who does he mean?
I see. I died. Along with every single one of my comrades.
Hold on! We still have questions!
I'm coming. My friends.
Well, he disappeared.
He's gone. Shadowlord.
How insipid. I thought I'd watch the performance, but it ended oh so predictably.
Huh? Vesta?
No matter. My research is at the threshold of completion. It is fortuitous that Shadowlord performed his role sufficiently enough.
Hey, what's your deal showing up and spouting nonsense?
Insolence. Do you have any idea to whom you're speaking?
Who are you? What do you want? Who are you?
But of course. I suppose a formal introduction is long overdue. My name is Zola. I am the one who created you all. The first alchemist.
He's an alchemist?
All of you and this facility are the fruits born from my research, centuries in the making. Of course, the same goes for my adjutants, Shadowlord and Smirnov.
It was you? This whole time?
That's correct. Although this form is but one of many others. I have always been one to exercise prudence.
They're all people we've met before.
Over the past 500 years, I never once revealed my true form to anyone. But I am in good spirits today, and I have a very good reason. Thanks to you, Crimson King and Adol, my magnum opus is nearly complete.
He's a little boy.
What's this magnum opus?
Anemona. The final piece of my research requires someone very special. You.
No. Anemona? Papa. It is you. What?
But I thought he'd be older. This guy's just a freak.
So your memories have returned. It has been too long, Anemona. And of course, I've been watching all of you very closely too.
No way. He's the one who brought Anemona to life?
The big alchemist, doing whatever he wants no matter the consequences.
What is your magnum opus? Why did you create us? This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with this.
It's all for the sake of my research. 500 years in the making. And soon, there will be no need for any of you to fight the Grimwald Nox.
Are you saying...
The curse is going to be broken?
The curse? Ah, I understand. That's how Rosvita described it to you. Or rather, Aprilis, as you all know her. First of all, allow me to express my gratitude to you, Crimson King.
For what? What you will do with the real me?
Nothing I haven't done already. You see, Adol, I have everything I need from you now.
What do you mean by that?
There's still much to be done. But you will all see me again. That is, when it's time. Regrettably, I must retire for today.
Please wait, Papa!
Goodbye, Crimson King. Till next time.
He disappeared.
Yeah.
Anyone gonna explain to me what that asshole was talking about? Hell of a person to go and die for, Shadowlord.
Well, he had no idea.
Credo.
I can't believe we're just copies of war heroes made by alchemy.
I don't know what to think. There's so much to take in. Do you think it's true that we won't have to fight the Grimwald Nox anymore?
No idea.
Either way, it's still too early to celebrate.
Do you know anything about this magnum opus, Anemona?
I am sorry. I cannot recall, but it seems familiar somehow.
Let's go home for now. We should discuss what we're going to do.
That's a good idea. Should we return to the city?
I think that would be best, right?
I don't think I can handle any more surprises.
There's not much we can do here.
Not sure what we can do with the real us, though.
But what should we do about those?
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to leave them here.
That feels wrong too, though.
We wouldn't know what to do with them anyways.
Wait, maybe Dad knows what to do. Oh yeah, weren't he and Shadowlord partners? Where'd he run off to anyway?
He's not anywhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can do right now. Let's return to the Dandelion, Adol.
Guess so.
I feel like we got more questions than answers. Yeah, but I'm happy we rescued Felix at least.
I still find it difficult to fathom that we're homunculi of the ancient heroes.
Yeah. Can't say I see anyone who resembles Adol exactly. Because the second one on the left does not look a bit like Adol. Okay. Okay, looks like we need to actually walk out of here. There is a question mark on the way.
You still got your strings tangled. Thought you'd be glad you got your memories back.
It was still a shock, though. Yes. And perhaps if I had remembered sooner, I would have been of more use.
Right. Now what?
Adel?
Your sights grow dim. Breathing becomes cautious. And you're unable to move.
This is just like before.
But why now?
Hang on, Adel! It seems worse this time.
Look, isn't that the same light?
Am I gonna die?
There's no mistaking it. It is the light that appeared when Shadowlord faded away.
This can't be happening.
Does this mean it's my time too?
But why? Adel! You can't go! It's not fair.
This way, Crimson King! Quickly!
That boy's Aprilis?
Aprilis?
And she has both arms. I guess this is a new one?
How are you here?
It doesn't look like a trick.
Doesn't have a robot arm.
Dad? What are you doing here?
You must hurry. There's not much time. Take the Crimson King over to the next room. There's also something I need all of you to do for me.
This is quite a few copies.
What is this place?
There's so many Aprilises. I can't believe it.
This is the place where Zola first succeeded at making a homunculus.
That's right. You're one too.
The reason Zola turned to alchemy was so he could revive me, so he could revive Saint Rosvita.
What?
I'm sure you all have many questions, but our first priority is saving the Crimson King's life.
We can save him?
What's the deal with him anyway?
Normally, homunculi are born as children. That's why all of you had proper childhoods.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call them proper.
But he was an experiment to create an identical adult replica of the original. And because of that, his body is unstable.
If we do nothing, then the Crimson King will disappear forever. Just as Shadowlord did.
Isn't there anything we can do?
There's not enough time to create an entirely new body for him. However, there is another way.
Put me into the original? Has spoken the alchemist. All right, cool. Two minds in one body? Who are you? It's nice to finally meet you.
It's our first time meeting, but it doesn't feel that way. It's like you and I have been connected all along. You felt it too, haven't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life. The danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer?
Do you even need to ask? It makes life worth living. Do you even need to ask?
No, I suppose I don't. I know why you'll never change. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you. In you, there lies a hope that guides you, and everyone around you toward their dreams.
And that's just what I plan to do. So many places I have to see. I'm gonna go with the first one.
I thought so. I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you, but I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol Kristen.
Gladly. Final chapter, Monstrum Nox.
You're awake.
Where are we? Have you been here this whole time?
Yes. It was Dr. Noah's first time performing this procedure, so he cautioned me of its risks. I thought it best to stay and be sure you were all right. Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken, Adol Kristen.
What do you mean? Yeah, I guess it is. What do you mean?
Where to begin?
Allow me to explain.
Dr. Noah.
The adventurer Adol Kristen and his homunculus, the Crimson King. Within you resides both of their souls.
Indeed.
To be precise, you were originally one person, and now you've become one again.
Do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power you inherited?
You tell them of the pact you made with the Crimson King.
So that's what happened.
A conversation between souls during fusion. That is fascinating indeed.
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant, but he has since joined our cause. He was the one who fused both of your souls into a single body. Forgive me, but this was the only way to save the Crimson King's life.
Actually, I can't thank you two enough. What if Zola finds out about this? Can't thank you enough.
I thought you would be angry with me. You're a very strange young man.
Well, this way I still get a fighting chance, don't I?
He looks to be adjusting well enough. Shall we begin preparations?
Yes, Dr. Noah is right.
Did something happen? Preparations for what?
I was planning on telling you after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has come.
Adol! You're all right.
Where are all of you guys?
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order. That's right. That makes this the first time we've met, right, Adol?
It's the first time you meet the real me. You tell them the Crimson King still lives on in you, and treat you as they always have.
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least I've got something to show for leaving home.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with. Thank goodness.
Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first. It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
About time you told us who he is, and how you two know each other.
That man... No, the alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
Anemona.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room.
If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about? He's just a kid now.
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Gllia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ritai was blessed by Luki. But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the Twilight of the Gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Gllia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened. After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved.
Oh, he had a thing for me, in other words.
He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears was...
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason. Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glian royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glian royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes. The volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Gllia.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes. If the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created. Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research. Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is.
Where we can't leave.
I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages then? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Balduq.
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from? Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bretai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. Our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls as well.
I do remember him saying that.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated. Using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic, Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
That's pretty shocking. Why would he do that?
He did it because fabricating a soul was only the first step.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Indeed.
Right? Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question. But Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
Yeah, I mean, I met primordials in the past game, so pretty possible. There's no mistaking it. That might just be the case. No mistaking it.
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, but nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
Oh?
And what's that?
Balduq will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
Victory Day Festival? There's going to be a festival?
You mean...
It is an annual event. A day that celebrates Rosvita and the reclamation of Balduq.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Even more dangerous?
Now that is a celebration I can get behind.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think
And
I'll
prepare.
do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot. I could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
Alright, sweet. We got Aprilis again. With that, Adel and the others decide to leave the prison and return to the city for the time being. The exhausted monstrums needed time both to rest and to reflect upon the truth that they have discovered about themselves. A bonfire was lit in the city to celebrate the coming festival, and the streets were abundant with lively vigors. In an effort to ease citizens' concern over the night's revolt, many Roman soldiers were assigned to assist with preparations. 3 days came and went, and before long, Balduq was heralding in the start of the Victory Day festival. Yet even then, there was still no word from Aprilis. Wow, this episode is getting long, and it was mostly because there was a long talk. Damn. Still not done, eh? What the hell are we supposed to do now? The Victory Days festival has now arrived. Did something happen to Aprilis? I don't know, but she's never this late. Yeah, she puts on a facade while she's working herself to the bone. Dad might know where she is. Where is Dr. Noah at the present? Your guess is as good as mine. Waiting around ain't my style. Ah, it appears you're all here. Parks. Looks like our warden friend pulled through. Things have quieted down outside. With tonight's revolting and all, things could have gotten out of hand quick. It is times like these when festivals are the most festus. Dodgy and I went for a little stroll and observed high spirits all across the city. I must confess that I've reassessed my opinion of our dear warden. Really? I guess he is a hard worker. I still can't get over the fact that I couldn't tell that you weren't real Adel. Who could have thought that you were a homunculus the whole time? I didn't mean to worry you. I had no idea myself. Everything sometimes like this happens. I convince myself I'll never be surprised again. And then, lo and behold, you find a way to surprise me. Adol, you must have been a homunculus by the time I first met him. Speaking of which, I looked into the man named Marius you informed me about. I was very pleased to learn that he was indeed a friend I have been searching for. Wow, good for you, Parks. He was with Adol in the prison, right? Yes, but unfortunately, our current situation will tell me from going to see him. If that is so, then it is of great importance that our objective is successful. Then does that mean you're leaving? Huh. I would never do something so cruelish as leave without repaying my debt. Moreover, I wouldn't miss witnessing you all save the city for the world. Don't scare me like that. Well, we still haven't heard from Aprilis yet. Why don't you enjoy a stroll around the city? A little break couldn't hurt. A break? Hey, that's a good idea. The entire city is out and about right now. It's worth taking a look at all. I suppose there is nothing to be gained by waiting around here. I do not object. Also, the bulletin board looks like it's filling up again. You could kill two birds with one stone and get some requests out of the way too. That's great to me. Alright then, let's get quick kicking our heels and get going already. Oh, Adol. An urgent request came in. It's on the bulletin board. Have a look before you go, alright? Also, someone joined the crew while you were out. Why don't you say hello? Okay, that was probably my longest episode so far. I'm gonna end it off here. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Until then, bye bye.